Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? I'm your host, Paula Abdul, and you're watching American Idol. Now, contestants, I am so thrilled that you have chosen to join my competition instead of Gwen Stefani's The Voice, because no matter what anybody says, no matter what the market demands, I want you to know that this is the best singing competition on television forever and always. And Simon Cowell, I'm still mad at you for leaving. You can suck it. Now, 'tis the holiday season. Am I right, folks? 'Tis the holiday season. Yeah, yeah. Which means we need to start making some holiday recipes. Unfortunately, I did not make a pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving this year, but you know what? That's fine, because Christmas is just around the corner, and I honestly think that a pumpkin pie could arguably be more Christmassy than Thanksgiving. So, I came across this recipe, and by came across, I mean I was actively Googling recipes for pumpkin pies by BuzzFeed, and it was claiming that this recipe by BuzzFeed is the ultimate, the perfect pumpkin pie recipe. And you know what? I gotta see if that's true. We're gonna find out together. I'm gonna make a brief disclaimer to my studio audience. It's gonna be vegan and gluten-free. BuzzFeed's recipe, original recipe, is not vegan, not gluten-free, but hey, I have celiac disease and I'm #vegan, so we're gonna just put a little spin on the original recipe. And that's that. That's all I gotta say about that. So if you're ready to join me, why don't you go on in, strap in, do a 180 or 360, I don't know, whatever kind of circle you feel like doing. And let's just jump in to the recipe, folks. The first thing we need to do is make a crust. So let's just do that. Let me just re-angle myself a little bit. How's that? Yes, my countertop is a little dirty. So before we continue, let's clean it. In a bowl, we're gonna need a cup of flour. I am gonna do some millet flour and some white rice flour, but you can do whatever flour tickles your fancy. These flours just so happen to tickle my fancy on this particular evening. by the way, I couldn't decide if I wanted to say BTW or by the way, so I kind of combined both of them. By the way, you can find all of these flours at your local King Soopers or Kroger's, or Publix if you're an East Coast kind of gal or guy. What is next? This is a pretty simple crust recipe, so pinch of salt. I can't pinch this, so I'm gonna do a sprinkle instead of a pinch. I hope BuzzFeed doesn't get mad at me for that. Okay, also in our crust, we need to make a flax egg, and it needs to be in ice water, an icy flax egg. And there's just nothing better than some icy flax. Am I right? I dropped that ice cube and my dog ate it. That's gives her an activity. So in this fun ass measuring cup, I put an ice cube, and I'm also going to put in a tablespoon of flax. That was like a half tablespoon. Let's add some more. And then some water. And we'll just let that guy do its thing. All right, so let's go ahead and whisk. Let's whisk our flours together. All right, so now that our flour has been mixed, we pause. We need to add 5 tablespoons of cold butter. I am using Earth Balance, the original. Plop it like it's hot. Plop it like it's hot. 1, 2, 3. This feels like a lot of butter. 4, 5. We added 5 tablespoons of butter to this flour. Now we are supposed to pinch it with our fingertips. Kind of like the way it feels. Is that gross? Yeah. Am I gonna keep doing it? Hell yeah. And am I gonna keep enjoying it? Frickin' yeah, broski. You're supposed to just get like a sandy texture, you know? Like if it was a low tide and the water was just gently coming in and out to shore and the sand was just a little bit damp, Like it feels like it kind of squishes under your toes, but you can still walk on it. It's still firm. That's kind of the texture that we're going for. And I think we're getting there. Yeah, the millet flour is pretty good in this recipe. It's not good for like baking cakes because it's kind of a grainy texture, but for like a grainy ass crust, it's perf. So, this is what it looks like. Oh, yes. Alright, so now we just need to add in our icy flax egg. Without the ice, you don't want to actually put ice in your batter. That'd be weird. Now we're gonna mix it again with our hand. This part, I don't think you need to necessarily mix with your hand, but it is more fun if you do that. So I really, truly, highly recommend. I just realized I don't have a pie pan and I forgot to buy one at the grocery store. This needs to chill while we prepare our filling ingredients. So we're gonna just plop her in the fridge. Fridge, that's how I pronounce it. I just realized I may or may not have a pie pan. I am not entirely sure. My friend gave me this because somebody gave this to her for a wedding gift and like she doesn't want it anymore. And I was like, babe, give me that ceramic. So don't know if this is a pie pan, but if it is, sweet. Either way, we're gonna use it today. Full story, bro. Now let's prepare our filling ingredients. Obviously, we're gonna need some pumpkin and we're gonna use this whole damn can. Frickin' open it. Okay, let's sing some Christmas jams. What's a good Christmas jam? Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. This year, just save me from tears. Twice something is something. I do not know any lyrics to this song. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? It's been a year, what a surprise. Last Christmas, I wrapped it up in something in a box saying I love you, I meant it. Now I sing, what a fool I've been. But if you're something, I'd do it again. Dude, I'm off my singing game today. I'm like singing everything off key. That is sad. Super sad. Okay, to our pumpkin, we're gonna be needing some cinnamon. Let's just do all of our spices. Let's just go ahead and do our spices. Now there is a secret twist to this recipe. So just hold your little self, just hold tight. Let's eyeball this. Yes. Yes! As well as some ginger, some nutmeg, some allspice, and cloves. Don't forget the cloves. And obvi, I don't know, maybe it's not obvi, but wait, I thought we did need to add vanilla. Screw you, BuzzFeed. You don't add vanilla to your pies? Watch me. How'd you like that, BuzzFeed? Now I know what a fool I've been. And we need a ½ cup of sugar. Wait, pause. Stop. Here's what we gotta do. We need to add a tiny bit of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon, by the way. We need to mix this. Yeah. Okay. Dude, this brings me back to like the holidays. The smell, it just makes me think of like Christmas. Shocker. It really just makes me feel like I'm at my papa's house, which is adorable. All right, so this is where it gets weird. BuzzFeed says, and I quote, spread the pumpkin puree mixture on a baking sheet in an even layer. Bake for 12 to 15 minutes until it looks slightly dried out. And then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. Pretty crazy, right? So let's go ahead and get to it. So here is our pumpkin shit mixture. Now I'm gonna go dry this out in the oven and I'll see you back here in 15. I miss you already. That was a lie. I have no emotion. I am an emotionless black fucking soul. Just kidding, I do have feelings sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. Alright, so our pie filling stuff has cooked a little bit, or dried out, I guess is what you would call it, is what BuzzFeed calls it. So now let's finish up this filling while our shit's in the oven. And by shit, I mean crust. Our pie crust is in the oven. Just so you know. Okay, so let's just, come on, yeah. doesn't that look appetizing? I've never heard of somebody do this. But BuzzFeed is known for their creativity, sir. Now we just need to add a couple things. Some dark brown sugar to give it that nice, deep, molassesy flavor. Instead of eggs, we are going to be using some cornstarch. This is a good replacement for that in a pie. I'm not exactly sure why, but when I googled vegan pumpkin pie recipes to compare, a lot of them used cornstarch in place of eggs, so that's what we're going to be trying out today. Oh, baby. So just 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, what comes after 2, folks? 3. And then one last ingredient, 3/4 cup of coconut milk. BuzzFeed used heavy cream, but obviously that's not vegan. So this is what I'm using. In she goes. Ooh, yeah. So now we just need to wait for our pie crust to pre-bake, and then we're gonna bake our pie and see how she turns out. I'm pretty freaking excited. I hope you are as well, but you have less time to wait than I do, so that's lucky for you, bummer for me. JK, I love you. Hey, I know what you really wanted to do today. I know you really wanted to watch me press out this pie dough in fast motion, because that's what I wanted to do today, so I hope that I've satisfied all of your wants and needs and hopes and desires and dreams. Anyways, I baked this pie crust in the oven at 400 for 15 minutes, then plopped in the pumpkin pie mixture, added some pumpkin seeds for that extra, flair, and then baked it. I baked it at 425 for 15 minutes, and then according to BuzzFeed's directions, you're supposed to turn it back down to 350 and bake it for another 35 minutes. So that's what I did, and honestly, I mean, this pumpkin pie looks pretty fly if you ask me. Nobody asked me, but I'm telling you anyways. All right, that's it for this voiceover. I do sincerely hope you enjoyed this here video. If you did, make sure to motherfucking smash that like button and subscribe for more content, because there's just so much more coming at you. And support me on Patreon, link below. Buy my vegan and gluten-free cookbook, link below. And have a fantastic day. I hope you do, because you deserve it. Unless you're a bad person, in which case I hope you have a shitty day. But I'm sure you're all really good people, so have good days. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking before I dig myself into a hole that I can't get out of. Okay. Toodle-oodles. Bye.